Hey everybody, Smaug the DM here, and I think from what you can guess from the title, this is not going to be any sort of good news, I guess you could say. Um, just considering that this is the final update, and either the show's going to come out or it's not. And I want to quickly talk about it before I can finally give out my answer to every single one of you. So I just want to go through and what we discussed last update because it's been fucking forever since then. But I wanted to do I wanted to take season 4 and get it all done and completed by October of this year. And obviously that wasn't gonna happen because we're still having script issues, and there's just been a lot of things going on with the crew, and it's nothing like conflicting or anything like that. It's just been, things that they had to do outside of this whole project, and I completely understand where they're coming from. Like, people have other things to do besides YouTube, and I completely get it, and I understand. I understood where they come from. Where they were coming from, and so I kind of allowed them to take the time that they needed to, back away from the project for a little bit, which did slow down the project quite a lot. But I'm not too worried about that. What I was worried about was just getting all the scripts written and then everything else coming together was the issue, because half of the scripts are practically done in a sense, and then the other half haven't even been finished yet. So out of 13 episodes, we maybe had 4 or 5 episode scripts already kind of done. They just needed to be worked in it and everything like that. So there was no way in fuck we were gonna get this thing done this coming October. But that's not the main reason why I wanted to talk to everybody today on this last update. Because it's not only our project, which is a fan project in itself, and I love doing it, and I loved meeting everybody there. But the real reason why I'm going to give out my answer that I'm going to give out today is due to the fact it's Discovery. It is basically Discovery in itself that is going to push this project off. Because, with the whole Lost Tapes getting added to Discovery Plus, they just took a huge takedown of every YouTube channel that had the full episodes of Lost Tapes on YouTube, which included me, and I almost got struck down completely just from that. And I literally had to write to Discovery hold on, look. I know it was a mistake. I'll get rid of all the season 3 episodes. Just don't take me down fully. And once I removed all the episodes, then they took down all the strikes, and I was completely happy with that. Now, there was one more YouTuber left standing, and I don't remember his or her name. It might not even be up on screen, because as of recording this final update, their YouTube channel has also been taken down due to them making 3 videos of all 3 seasons of Lost Tapes and adding all the episodes in there. And they were probably the biggest channel to at least have a petition in the description of those 3 videos trying to get season Animal Planet or Discovery Channel to do a season 4 of the show. And of course, I'm assuming the petition didn't work, and so Discovery ultimately took down that channel as well, just from the blatant use of Lost Tapes content. So, and that's the scariest part. Discovery in itself doesn't want this show to exist, but because there's so many fans of this show that remember it from their childhood, they're begrudgingly like saying, ugh, fine, whatever, we'll put all 3 seasons on Discovery Plus. And that's, in a way, bullshit. That is pretty much bullshit. When you look at the obvious, like, thumbnail for what they used for, like, the title of the show, it's not even, like, the original title for the show. It looks so half-assed and so bland. And then when you look on the roster itself for Discovery Plus, it's not even in the right order. Even in, like, the fucking DVD discs, it's not in the right order. And it's like, oh my god. It's like, how does Discovery fuck up so bad? And it's like, there's one reason for it. They don't give a fuck about this show.
I did not kill
Lost Tapes.
She came for an answer for that
TV show.
The court system knew
I
the
did
answer
not
already.
do it.
And you came here today and you got the answer.
Lost Tapes.
That's the truth.
Us fans do, but they don't give a flying fuck. And the only reason why they have to give a shit is to keep that licensed show with them. It's like a child that, and I hate using this analogy, but it's like a child that you have, and you secretly hate that kid, but because it's your kid, it's like you have to deal with his shit. You know? And if anybody so happens to threaten him in any sort of way, then you begrudgingly have to defend it. It might take you forever to do it, but you still do it ultimately in the end. Which is fucking terrible. It's terrible. And unfortunately, Lost Tapes is in that category, is that child. And ultimately, I had to really think about this, because definitely one of the team members, and I'm gonna keep his name, silent, just even from the rest of the crew, because I don't need them to know who discussed everything and summarized the entirety of the project to me. And I thought about it for 2 months, and I ultimately had a final meeting with the crew, after 2 months had passed since the comment was made to me, and I ultimately decided, with Discovery now hammering in on YouTube everything Lost Tapes related, the fact that we have no money for the project in itself, the scripts haven't been really written out very well, there have been major crew issues as far as some of my team members have said. I mean, I don't think it's like that much of an issue, but again, there's issues going on with some of the crew there, but not everybody's like too mad about everything. And ultimately, it's just, it boiled down to, not getting anything really done, and the fact that Lost Tapes in itself, if we were to make a full-blown season 4 and kind of parody off the 3 seasons of it, they would still take down our content as copyrighted content, despite the fact that it has the name, the way the show is formatted, and then the way the episodes are formatted are the same. But the cryptids are different. The informational segments were going to be completely different to a degree, because they were still going to be educational in a sense, like talking about some of the animal aspects of the cryptids. But yeah, and it was just a lot of different issues that were in place for this project that ultimately I had to let it go. I had to ultimately just end the season 4 project. And I know this is gonna disappoint so many of you guys, but it wasn't an easy decision on my part. I had to think about this from a logical standpoint, and to the rest of the crew, because I had to look at the crew and I had to literally, like, figure out, okay, is there some sort of way we could continue to go in? Because, let's be frank, I want this to happen. I still wanted this to happen, much like every one of you wants this to happen. But due to every single roadblock we're facing currently, it is a massive issue. It is just a huge fucking issue. But we did think of something because you know, we did get some things done. And I'm just gonna say this much. So the season 4 project is canceled now. It's done. Because clearly it was a bad idea from the start, and it just slowly turned into this poisonous liquid that you just couldn't drink anymore. You couldn't do it. You couldn't do it because it got worse and worse, and it's like you're to the point where you're completely almost dead, and it's just like, yeah, no, I can't keep swigging this anymore because there's too many. It's too much. It's too much pressure to just do this. So I had to ultimately turn down the project in that way. But because we got some things done, right? We are instead making short films out of these. So it's going to be like a parody of Lost Tapes where it's like, you know, it's still that found footage perspective and everything like that. And I might even add the educational segments to it. Who knows? I haven't really thought about it that much. But we wanted to instead just make them like short films for everyone to still watch and to see what we have done as a community. But not ultimately say, okay, we can't show you guys anything. Because we did do some things, and we want to show them to you, because there are a ton of talented people on this team, and I will never in a million years like be able to be a part of a community that is as strong as Lost Tapes is. It's fucking insane. And honestly, to all the crew members that have been on that team, I know you've already heard me say it, but I'm saying it again in this case. But like I said, I never thought in a million years I would get to, you know, be together with some of the most talented, funny, and creative people on this earth that just so happened to like one show from Animal Planet all those years ago. It's really fascinating, and I just love it. I love the passion that everyone gave. And there's been a bunch of friends that I've made throughout this entire project, and it's insane. It's insane what 2 years of working on this project has done to me. And, you know, I hate to see it let go, but honestly, I still have that Discord completely opened up to all my crew members. They still have access to it. We're still gonna fucking hang out every chance I can give them. Because that's a definite fact. I do not want to get rid of those friendships. Absolutely not. No way. No fucking way. I want to get rid of any of that anytime soon. No way. No way. But ultimately, I think that was the entire team's decision, was to cancel the project, but then to turn it around and make short films. So I don't think we're gonna get our first film shot this year. Unfortunately, it's just due to where everyone is on the crew team and everything like that. But I would say, and team, please don't kill me for this, but I would at least say we'll shoot for next year for our first short film. Next October is when the short film will happen. I think that's a little bit more manageable than getting 13 episodes, like, all done in, like, a year. I think that's a little fair. And crewmates, You can comment that down below if that's not fair in any way, shape, or form, but I think it's totally fair. It's totally reasonable to get all that in. But yeah, guys, I'm so sorry about this. And I know I haven't talked very much about the project, but let's be quite honest. There's really nothing that's changed in the time between update 4 and now. I might have given like small updates here and there about like certain reveals being up, and then the fact that we still have been having script issues. It hasn't really been all that much different, other than that. But in all honesty, this was a very interesting project to do. I mean, it started during the pandemic, and then it has ended like this month, like earlier this month. And I know it sucks to see that this project's going, but it was ultimately a decision I had to make, in terms of just trying to fight Discovery. Because, to be frank, the biggest obstacle in our way right now is Discovery Channel itself, and the fact that it does not want Lost Tapes to be anywhere else except for its own platform, and even then they just begrudgingly just go, okay, yep, here you go, you little shits, you can have your show here. And it's like, it's so disgusting how it's treated. But that's what Discovery Channel thinks Lost Tapes is. It's still a part of the property, and I understand that completely. And to be quite frank, I haven't learned from any of the other passion projects that other people have done to, collab with other series. And their own respected media then canceling that series. Which is odd, but I didn't understand it until now. Why that is, and it's basically copyrights. But we at least acknowledged it, and we tried to give it a shot, but ultimately it was a shot in the dark that completely fucking missed the mark, and started getting red sirens all over the place. It was that bad. And I know I might have been rambling on for a little bit, but I am upset by this. I am devastated by this, and I wish it could continue, but I had to face reality. A reality check needed to be in place, and this is ultimately what me and the crew ultimately decided on was the right decision. And so I want to apologize to everyone off this channel. I'm so sorry I could not make a full-blown recreation of Season 4 of Lost Tapes. I couldn't do it. I would have loved to do it, but I just couldn't. And I really want to apologize for that fact. And so, ultimately, yeah. Me and the crew, we're still going to hang out. We still have a very huge video planned together in October. Actually, we have several videos planned for October of this year, because I am not done with this fucking crew. No way. No fucking way. We're going to definitely hang out a lot more since this project has kind of lifted off our shoulders a little bit. We're allowed to do a little bit more. We're allowed to have a little bit more freedom with the kind of content that we want to do altogether. Which I think that's exactly what we want to do. We want to just fucking hang out as fans of Lost Tapes, and that seems to be legitimately fair in the end. But yeah, guys, I know this wasn't a very happy video. It's not talking about me all that much, but yeah, I'm so sorry about this. This is definitely not how I imagined this video would go down. And yeah, guys, I'm so sorry. It's just It was not an easy decision to make, but it had to be done. So, I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!